Okay folks, so in the previous video that I posted here on this channel and on Facebook, I asked you to think, if you were a landscape, what landscape you would be. And many of you have come up with incredible responses. Some people have said they would love to be a forest. Some people say they would really love to be a waterfall. There were quite a few of you who resonated with a waterfall. There were quite a few of you who resonated with a starry night and a beautiful ocean over which the stars are floating. So just many of you came up with such incredible experiences and such incredible landscapes. And two things that we have learned from this game were that first and foremost, it was a very pleasant experience to equate yourself with the landscape, as some of you have mentioned in the comments on Facebook. And the other thing was that there could actually be certain things that could be learned from this experience. So I think it would be fair on you to share with you my interpretation of what the results that you might have gotten in this game might mean. I come from the background of integral psychology and Jungian psychology. And in Jungian psychology, we pay a lot of attention to the language of symbols. Carl Jung discovered that our subconscious mind speaks to our cognized mind by the language of symbols. Those symbols appear in our dreams and they come up in our imagination. And this landscape game was designed by me to actually facilitate that overflow of symbols in your mind. So let me share with you some interpretation. I actually believe that you can change your life for good and for the better if you interpret your results correctly and if you practically apply the results of this game to your own life experience. So I want to ask you a few questions. 1. Think back to the landscape that you chose. What qualities does it have? If it was a waterfall, for instance, what qualities does a waterfall have? It's determined, it flows, it's powerful, it has force, it's fresh, it's refreshing. Being around it is very refreshing. Or if it were a starry night over an ocean, it had the qualities of calm and tranquility and deep peace and maybe happiness, something like that. So after you have defined the qualities that the landscape of your choice has, think to yourself, ask yourself question number 2. Could there be a chance that in my life I'm actually lacking some of those qualities that I have defined? Could it be that in my life, if I chose a waterfall, I have a need for power, or I have a need for the state of a flow? Or in case of a starry night, could it be that I need more tranquility, I long for peace, I long for deep equilibrium and equanimity, something like that? And the third question you want to ask yourself is going to be this: how can I create those states and satisfy those needs in my current reality? Let me tell you something. You might have heard that minds create reality. And if properly explained, that is true. All of our emotions, all of our reactions and responses are internally created. They're created by the mind. They are created by the mind. If you're going through a negative state, trust me, it's being created by your uncognized mind. There are books you can read on that, and the explanation is way deeper than what could be explained in a 5-minute video. So I guess I'm just going to ask you to take my word for it, but it's verifiable and you can do it if you like. Actually, all experiences that you go through internally are created by the mind, are created by your mind. And you can start creating a different experience like this. You can actually start doing that. You can See that it is the you, the mind that you refer to as yourself, that creates this state for a number of reasons. There are reasons for that. They're conditioned, they're ingrained, they're habitual, but that is something that the mind is doing, right? And you can actually shift that state towards the state that you would find more satisfying. And you can actually do it very quickly. As I said, you can do it at the snap of the fingers. You can do it just like that. So I want to ask you to experiment with it. If the needed quality that you defined were calm and tranquility, how can you become calm and tranquil in an instant? If the qualities that you came up with were the flow and the power and determination and persistence, how can you introduce those qualities to your reality? Trust me, everything that you came up with when you were playing that game was not random. Allow your subconscious to talk to you and learn from it. It's very wise. It bears so much wisdom. I'm thankful to you for subscribing to my channel and clicking on the like button, as that helps the video shoot up. And I really trust that you will share this video with friends and family, because why not play all together? Why not share love and kindness and consciousness around the globe? Very much needed these days, can't emphasize how much. And I'll talk to you again in my next video very soon. Bye bye for now.